Buenos noches, amigos, and welcome to this midweek installment of the Final Wager. And for the third day in a row, we have another interesting situation. Ed in first with 15,900, Sandy with 12,400, and Derek still alive with 6,800. Start with first and second, Ed and Sandy. Sandy doubles up, she'll have 24,800. So to cover her, Ed will want to wager 8,900. If he gets it wrong with that wager, he's going to be left with 7,000. So for Sandy to stay above him, she can wager up to 5,400. And Derek will need to wager at least 200 since he needs to get it right to have a chance to win. He should wager everything. Now we look at second and third, Derek and Sandy. If Derek doubles up, he's going to have 13,600. So to cover this, Sandy will need to wager at least 1,200. Now we look at rule number 3. And it's going to be between Sandy and Ed here. The difference between these two is 3,500. So if Sandy wants to cover a zero wager by Ed, she'll want to wager at least 3,500. Now notice that she can't cover an unsafe wager by him without falling below his total. So if he thinks he's going to get tricky, she might wager everything. Now what do I mean by tricky? Well, Ed might say, Sandy, I think you're a conservative player, and I think you're going to try to win if I get it wrong. So my hunch is that you're going to wager 5,400. If you have 5,400 as your wager and you get it right, you're going to have 17,800. To cover that, Ed would need to wager just 1,900. The upside to this is if he gets it wrong, he'll still have 14,000, which is more than Sandy has going into final, and more than Derek can possibly have. So this is a very strong alternative wager. If he really wants, he could wager up to, 13,600, 2,300. But really, I would just wager the 1,900 because that's kind of like tacking on the extra dollar would be doing something like this. Okay. I'm going to watch and see what happens, and we'll come back and take things apart. We start with our defending champ, Derek. He got it wrong, wagered 6,500, which was pretty much what he had to do. Then over to Sandy, who got it right and wagered 10,000, a nice round number, which tells me that she doesn't know what she's doing. So I can't give her credit for that. Then over to Ed, who also got it wrong and wagered to win by $1. Tough game. He played very well. Sandy had a few very good categories, and sometimes that makes a difference. We'll see how she does tomorrow. And I hope you'll join me then on the Final Wager.